All right now we continue our coronavirus town hall. We're broadcasting live tonight in 71 Indiana counties, reaching nearly 5 million Hoosiers across the state. And we continue our conversation right now with Indiana mayors. You know, during our lightning round, we asked about PPE supplies and what steps you're taking to secure more protective equipment for business in your cities. Mayor Hogsett, we'll start with you. What steps can the city take to make sure that businesses have that kind of personal protective equipment as needed?
Yeah, the announcement that we made this week in conjunction again with the Indy Chamber, we're calling it our Restart Grant Program, which actually provides up to $5,000 for small businesses to purchase PPE for employees. And so if anyone wants to know more about that, I would encourage them to visit the Indy Chamber website to learn more. And nothing, it can't be emphasized enough. The employees that are now starting to reopen, come back to work, deserve to be protected. And that's why, in partnership with the Indy Chamber, I hope that's precisely what this program will enable more and more businesses to do.
Yeah, Mayor Mueller, what about South Bend? What are you guys doing there?
Well, I mean, the start, our fire department and EMS placed orders pretty early on, late January, early February. And as you know, supply chains had been disrupted, and we received partial shipments, but didn't receive the full shipment for a long time. And those are just, honestly, these are things I never thought we would be talking about. But you know, there were talks of deals in the back streets from our EMS chiefs to get their hands on PPE equipment and the like. So it's just one of those things where we've got to make sure that our supply chains stay strong, and we are grateful that the state has set up the stockpile program for businesses to access, and we'll continue to work. But you know, in some ways, we're still struggling to make sure we have our PPE for just our first responders.
All right, Mayor Mueller, thank you for that. I want to talk about another big topic all across the state, food insecurity. According to Feeding America right now, in 2017, 15% of people in Vanderburgh specifically were food insecure. Food banks telling us now the need is at least double during this pandemic. Mayor Winnecke, your city, of course, in that county, what are you doing to help your residents who don't have enough food on the table for their families?
3 or 4 weeks ago, we initiated a Reopen Evansville task force. Deputy Mayor Steve Schaefer leads that effort. And one of the 5 areas of focus is food security. We've got wonderful work that's been done over these last 2 or 3 months, making sure that our most vulnerable don't go without food. Literally thousands of meals have been provided, grab and goes, 2-week boxes per family. We've cooperated with the Evansville Vanderburgh School Corporation. We have volunteers from the Junior League of Evansville. Our city council president is in the mix. A really strong community effort. We recognize it's not just an issue now, but will have to be sustained going forward. I don't think there's been ever a stronger focus on food security in our community than there is now.
All right, and you know, we're seeing such great cooperation from churches, organizations, and so many people really statewide. Bob?
Mayor Fadness, you've championed the launch of a mental health initiative with Fishers with the goal of increasing awareness, connecting people to resources. What is your administration doing now to boost those even more much needed services during this pandemic?
Yeah, this is a critical narrative among this pandemic. You know, we've had 2 murder-suicides in our community during this time frame, and we've seen a slight uptick in domestic violence as well. And as financial pressures mount and people are isolated, mental health and mental illness becomes a serious issue for our community. From day one, when we announced our initiative to deal with the pandemic, we've provided resources on our website and tied people directly to mental health professionals. And then really, I think it's a grassroots game. It's when we're talking to our church leaders, when we're talking to our organizations, even our residents, you know, calling a neighbor and checking in on them, saying hello through the phone, just talking to them, can make a world of difference for someone who's socially isolated and in despair. So you can do a lot of informal things that are not clinical. And then we also have the clinical resources available on our website if people feel the need to reach out.
Mayor Henry, we should bring you into the conversation because your city partners with multiple nonprofits to provide mental health resources as well. How have those needs changed in just these last few months?
Well, I don't think there's any question that a lot of the agencies that had a normal flow of individuals who had feelings of depression or anxiety, I'm sure that their level has doubled, if not tripled. And we have met with them on a number of occasions to let the general public know, even though in many cases some of these agencies are being stretched to their limits, they're continuing to try to meet with those individuals who in many cases are suffering a tremendous amount of anxiety. I can only imagine how some of these individuals feel who have lost their job and yet they still have families to feed. We want to make sure that we have a safety net for them. So we meet with our agencies, we meet with our hospitals on a regular basis to make sure that the word gets out that we do have that type of help available.
All six of you earlier said you were concerned about the budgets moving forward, city budgets. You know, some local governments have been asking for more federal relief funds to get through this pandemic. But I want to play this clip now from Indiana U.S. Senator Mike Braun, who today says he doesn't necessarily support that.
If you're expecting a bailout for pensions and for the fact that you don't have rainy day funds, have balanced budgets like we do in Indiana, I don't think that's going to fly.
Mayor Bennett, I want to start with you here. Should city governments expect more federal financial assistance to help out?
Is that for me? I'm sorry.
Mayor Bennett, yeah.
Okay, yes. Well, no, from my perspective, I think it's important that the federal government help us to deal with the things that are directly related to COVID-19 and this coronavirus. And so, you know, we've been hit very hard with property tax caps. We're still dealing with that today, even though that started in 2009. So we don't have a lot of reserves. My concern is moving forward, with the loss of MVH and LRS, loss of local option income tax, food and beverage tax, it's paying for our convention center. The property taxes seem to come in a little bit better than I thought they might this past week, but it's going to, where it'll get us is down the road a little bit. Right now, we're okay, and I'm not looking for any assistance from the federal government already, other than a reimbursement for those expenses that we've had that are directly related to this pandemic.
Okay. Across the aisle here politically, Mayor Hogsett, I want to get your take on this budget issue as well, and whether cities should expect more federal financial assistance moving forward.
Well, we look forward to partnering with both state and federal government as the economic effects of the pandemic continue to manifest themselves. Frankly, Indianapolis entered 2020 in a very strong fiscal position. We've passed 3 consecutive years of fully balanced budgets, so we were as well prepared as we could have been. Now, the truth is, if we could work with people like Congressman Carson and Congresswoman Brooks and then other members of Congress to loosen some of the restrictions in monies that have already been allocated to local government. I know that the city of Indianapolis will be receiving substantial federal support.
Sure.
But the definition of how that money can be used is so narrow. It would certainly improve us if those restrictions were loosened a bit.
Okay, we've got to leave it there, but we will have much more coming up here online tonight. Thank you to all of our mayors for joining us from across the state of Indiana, and they'll continue to be with us here in our next half hour.
We want to say thank you to all of our other panelists who joined us earlier as well. The conversation, like Dan just said, it continues after a brief break. You can watch us at fox59.com and CBS4Indy.com.
And for those of you watching us over the air, thanks for joining us and good night.